What is this? Kynoselen. Kynoselen. The biggest secret kept from everybody in bodybuilding. And I'm gonna show you guys what it is and what it has done for me and what it could do for you. And yes, it's a steroid, but it's legal. Yeah. So bear with me. I prepared everything and I'm gonna go step by step and I'm gonna guide you through it. So let's start. What is Kynoselen? Kynoselen is eptaminol. Eptaminol. Now, it is an injectable. It's an injectable drug currently produced by the international firm of betaquinol. Betaquinol, it means like it's legal right now for like veterinary use. But in bodybuilding, since the 1950s, it was the biggest secret. And then it died off. And I'll go into the history of it in the second video. But first, let's cover this. So, it's a mixture. And this mixture has eptaminol, which is the AMP, adenosine monophosphate, vitamin B12, sodium selenite, magnesium aspartate, and potassium aspartate. Now, this blend is freaking amazing because if you pin it, magical shit happens. And I'm talking about some crazy results. It doesn't matter what cycle. Now, the blend itself is a restorative tonic. What that means, it restores everything. So it means you keep things, right? What do you keep? What you're building. Exactly. So this drug is extremely anabolic, also legal. And the best part about it is to protect muscle mass. Now, highly developed in extreme cutting cycle. So you could use it while bulking, but you could use it when you're cutting and you get freaking crazy results. Under my own research as a scientist for bodybuilding and for everybody, I found some shit out. I'm gonna share it with you guys. This is real shit, this is real science. So, now, I found out it gives you an extreme level of wellness. So, it's like when you're taking D-ball and you feel like so freaking focused and like so good. So, once you pin it, you're like, doesn't matter how you felt, you're like, boom, everything is amazing. Everything. So, it's like almost like that. So, without the water retention, basically. Now, it produces a wellness overall sensation over any bodybuilding injury. So, it means if you were injured, or if you're injured, you're gonna feel like it almost disappeared. So like you could go work out, and it's crazy how that works because I'll explain to you. It's like it goes through the neuropath into your pentagonal willis in the brain, and it delivers into the pituitary, and it just creates all this serotonin, and it expands and it tells your body that you're okay. Unbelievable. Crazy, right? Amazing. Now, when you feel this, you feel like you're on top of the world. Now, even if you're ill or you have like the flu or anything, you could still go work out. So, no more excuses. No more excuses for real. If you got the flu, you could feel like fever and shit. It doesn't matter. You're gonna go and work out, you're gonna have the best workout in your life. Now, you can still train. No excuses. If you had trauma event in your life, you have a crash, and you crashed, and you like, I can't do it, man. Oh, you could. You could. Now, it's deliberately helping your heart and helping everything in your body, muscle growth, tissue wise, injuries, illnesses. So it goes into the T receptor cells and it tells them to boost your immune system so you feel amazing. Crazy, amazing. Now, it aids in the trauma events and you recover at 100% success rate. So faster than when you were injured by just taking the BPC or the TB 500 or the DMSO, which I'll cover in another video. Now, it was developed for this purpose. If you caught an infection in pin sites or whatever, which I'm pretty sure, at least not myself, but I'm sure that someone got back gear and they pinned and they had a bad infection. And you're like, oh my God, because I see it a lot. I see it a lot as a paramedic and they get scared as hell. So this makes the healing process even faster. Amazing. Love this drug. Now, also extremely potent because it eradicates the viruses, the infections of this kind. Now, key factors to keep in mind is that it supports the vitality of the bodybuilder. So, healthy bodybuilders overall, protects the heart in extreme high dose cycles. So if you're that guy that likes to go a little bit higher than the normal dose, you see what it does and you do some science with your own self and other scientists, other people, other clients, then yeah, it does help amazingly. Now, it's basically the secret of mass cycles in bodybuilding. Love it. Now, Kynoselen, I developed a protocol for enhancing the effects of the anabolic steroid cycle, which I'll cover in another video because this one is pretty long already, right? Now, let's say you had a day where you could not train at all, and not even with stimulants or coffee or the pre-workout, taking 2 scoops, and you're like, dude, I am like, you basically reached muscle failure for 21 days. You're like, oh my God, I can't work out. It's not happening. You grab this, you put in 2 G's, that says like 2 grams or 2 mLs to start, and you just go and work out. You're like, all of a sudden you feel this crazy epic energy blast just going through your veins, and you're like, oh, you're just bursting. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this really worked. It's kept from us, and it's amazing. I love it. Now, you basically go harder in every single set. That day that you were like, you could not even train with stimulants. It's crazy. It's used for the deficiencies of vitamin B12, selenium intake, whatever. Bodybuilders are very attracted to Kynoselen. But when? The 1950s all the way to 2000. So about 21 years ago was when it was just faded out completely. That sucks, right? Because that means if you're 21 years old, yeah, you never were gonna be hearing about this drug till this guy brought it up. Now, because of its anabolic and lipoactive properties, and that's amazing because it's extremely anabolic, yet it's a steroid, yet it's legal, and yet it's kept from us, and yet you see these freaking monster bodybuilders and you want to become one, and you're like just gaining and gaining just slowly. But when you add this, it's just freaking results are just, it's like, oh my God, human growth hormone, something like that. Now, eptaminol is a amino alcohol with myocardial stimulants. So basically it works through your heart and the myocardium. Myocardium is one of the areas right over here. So the heart leans to the side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the back. So basically this area over here. So that's where the blood first starts flowing all the way up and it goes out. So it's a vasodilatator. So that means vasoconstrictions, or like almost like a Viagra. I think it's even better than it, because the pumps are freaking incredible. The intensity, you feel just on top of the world. It has no side effects. Hold it, almost there. Now, it's a stimulant and vasodilatory, amazing drug. Better than Viagra, I said it. So it helps the heart and stay balanced. So your heart stays balanced the whole time because it has adenosine. Adenosine, I use it as a paramedic to save people's lives when, you know, their blood pressure drops immediately, like they're going into like heart attack. So I have to, you know, put adenosine, doing the protocol, the right protocol, so they could, you know, substantially live. And then we go into, you know, other rhythms, we do into shocks and stuff like that. So going really deep in this, I found out that it just is incredible how you could just evolve completely and transform. It just, and the clients look just out of proportion. It's crazy. Now, eptaminol is amazing because not only it just brings your veins out, you preserve the muscle, and your body grows every day, but better, and your heart does not get affected. Now, it's a inotropic. Well, you know there's nootropics. Well, it's an inotropic. However, it delivers extreme focus and extreme feeling and effect when you're working out, when you have that muscle memory and that contraction. So even though it says inotropic, it's a non-tropic to me in my research, because the focus, the level is like, it's unbelievable. Like you could just go at it and just so extreme, and you're just so deep in it, and like nothing could stop you. Now, the focus and the feeling is just incredible. The increases of contractile, like when you're contracting your muscle, you know, sometimes you're weak and you're fainting away and you can't just, you're like, oh man, this one is hard. Well, guess what? This one, you could do PRs. You're like, oh my God, I could keep doing this. You're going all the way down, holding 3-second negatives, 3-second positives, whatever the heck you want to do it, however the heck you want to do it, sat reps, anything. It's just unbelievable. Now, for a protocol where you're trying to do, you know, contractions, is just amazing. Now, the strength of the skeletal muscles is also particularly just crazy, because it just gives you that hard feeling all over, and it does it better than almost Winstrol, Stanolosol. It's crazy, right? Now, in my extensive research with over 103 clients, exactly to be, I was going to say 100, but it's exactly 103 clients, and other scientists, we found it to increase differentiation of satellite muscle cells, a process that helps generate new muscle tissue. So basically, where you didn't have muscle, you're going to have muscle. And that is amazing, because a lot of people start in this game and they introduce really hardcore steroids, like probably people starting on with Tren, and you should not do that. You should do it like I did. Start with tests, then add another compound, and then go slowly, 1, 2, 3, and then, you know, gradually go up, see how that compound works, and then go and do it blast. Do a crazy cycle if you want to do a big boy cycle. Now, the clients also stated that their level of perception when they were enduring these workouts, it was just epic. They would just be so freaking retardedly, boom, centered, mass in every single set, that they would complete it perfectly with mind muscle connection. It's just crazy. The contractions, everything overall. Now, so since it basically grabs your satellite muscle cells, a process that helps generate new muscle tissue. We all want that. Every bodybuilder wants that. Who doesn't? Even if you're doing cutting. And that means skeletal muscle growth, which is freaking unbelievable. Now, the same ingredients used in Kynoselen is also known to affect the releases and uptakes of norepinephrine. So this is, you know how you have epinephrine in your body, like naturally? Well, we also have norepinephrine. Now, noradrenaline increases the levels of your hormone, right? So basically, this enhances the hormone itself in your body, within the blood. So it means that you're gonna get much more enhancement with the other compounds while on a cycle when you're using it, and it's crazy. Now, why you see such amazing lifts, world records? That's why. Because you could reach PRs all the way through the periodic table, and you would be like, that guy lifted 700 pounds for chest? He was doing this. He was adding this. A lot of really smart bodybuilders do go really deep, and they really research and they find it. And it's there. You just gotta go really deep. Don't go in Google, because you're not gonna find it in Google. You gotta go like deeper, like in deep web, like search the deep freaking, internet, and you'll find, or even ask or do some research with other really good bodybuilders so you could find out the truth. Now, this is super safe, and it is the biggest secret in bodybuilding right now. And I'll be talking about other secrets in the future, which are freaking amazing. Now, since noradrenaline is an important regulator in lipolysis in humans, this also allows eptaminol to import some fat loss. Yep. So you're actually losing fat while you keep your muscle. And everybody would love that, right? Now, what steroid does that? There's one or two, but this is so freaking safe. Like, this is so amazing. If you don't have blood pressure, oh my God, you're in good luck, man. You're in good luck. Now, and I'll go over why high blood pressure could be bad or whatever, but it's not. It's only if you go high dose, which you can. And I've already taken like 4 grams every day. Nothing happened. And on other hard compounds where they should raise your blood pressure, but it did not happen. Now, if you go overboard, you do like 5 every day, then maybe because remember, you're making that vasodilation, like vasodilatación, so freaking, you want to be leveled out, balanced out, just get the advantage from it so it could pull, and balance out and enhance the gear that you're using for your cycle. Now, what else? This allows eptaminol to import some fat loss. So yeah, you lose fat, but you lose fat within the muscle, and you keep the good muscle, like the muscle, you just keep it. So it allows you for better cuts and allows you to build real muscle where you really need it, where the fat was. I love this. Now, no muscle loss. That's crazy, right? So that means that you can use it in any cycle. Think about it. You're not gonna lose much. You know how many people be struggling trying to find out a way to not lose their muscle? That's crazy. That's crazy. And with this, you're good to go. Adenosine triphosphate, ATP, is within this compound, this drug. It's also regarded as a key component of this product. So that means that, when some bodybuilders are on Kynoselen, when they're using DNP, the yellow pill, the fat burning pill. Well, what happens? ATP just drops, right? If you use the pill with this, man, you're gonna lose fat even faster. You're gonna feel great overall. But your body still becomes a furnace where you burn all the fat out, but you feel perfect. It's crazy, amazing, right? Science is everything, right? Now, it plays a major role in the storage and release of energy. So you are actually keeping the energy and releasing it in times where you really need it. In like really strong reps, really strong heavy lifts. So this is something really essential, really important for you guys. Now, it is so amazing because I used it and I found out with everybody else and the other scientists that in 2021, this could be the change in the history of the evolution of bodybuilding. Now, so it stores the energy and it releases it. What does that remind you of? Insulin? Think about that. Now, overall, both the anabolic and the lipolytic properties of Kynoselen are the major discoveries of the bodybuilding industry and evolution in 2021. Discovery that was capable of increasing the strength dramatically and muscle mass from 103 individuals and produce excess loss in body percentage fat. So the results are clearly to balance out the use of anabolic steroids and reach a superhuman level physique. Now, it's legal in most jurisdictions, and I found it under scientific research. So you guys are looking at one of the compounds that was kept out from you guys, and now you know the truth. So I hope this helps you out, and remember to include it in every cycle if you can. This is not medical advice. Do not listen to me. I am not a doctor, but I am a health professional, and this is for entertainment purposes under commentary only. So I love you guys. Stay with me with another video in bodybuilding protocols with crazy compounds where you could learn more and enhance yourself and your body forever. Now, next video is going to be on the history of Kynoselen. And this is today, discovery of Kynoselen and the closing of the chapter of my scientific research on February 10th, 2021. You guys know I'm